Hey guys, so for today's video, I am doing a full face of first impressions and we're testing a bunch of new makeup releases. I'm so excited, you guys. Like, we have so many new products. I feel like my voice, am I still having morning voice? I mean, it's like 12 o'clock, but I feel like my voice sounds like morning voice. Anyways, I have a bunch of new products to try. I'm so excited. We have the new Too Faced Unicorn collection, the new Tarte foundation, which we'll touch on. So the first thing I'm gonna do is prime my skin, just because I do have a new primer to try, but whenever I try a new foundation, I like to try it with a primer that I already know that I love. So I mentioned to you guys, we are going to be testing out the new Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. Now I know this foundation has had a lot of talk surrounding it. So I asked you guys on Twitter and on Snapchat if you wanted to even see me review this foundation. A lot of you guys said no, and a lot of you guys said yes. I literally did a poll on Twitter, and I think it was literally like 49% and 52% yes, 49% no. So it was just very conflicting. A lot of you guys said no, don't give it any attention, but then a lot of you guys said yes, it needs to be talked about. This is an issue that needs to be addressed. And I kind of agree with that. At first I was kind of like, nah, not even dipping into that pool. I'm not even gonna bother with them. But then I was like, honestly, if none of us, like, I feel like if everyone doesn't come together and speak out, then we're not addressing the issue, we're just sweeping it under the rug. So ultimately, I decided to just not do a whole video on it, you know, but just really include it in this first impression and touch on the issue. So if you guys are unfamiliar, Tarte released the new Shape Tape Foundation, which we all love the concealer. Like, it is legendary at this point. It's so good. So we were just so excited to see the foundation. Even I was, like, when it first dropped on Trend Mood and I saw that photo, I got so excited, you guys. I didn't even bother seeing how many shades were released. I didn't even bother checking if those were all the shades. I was like blinded because I was so excited that I was like, oh my God, I can't wait. Like, I'm so excited. I'm so ready for this. But then once that hype kind of died down, I was like, wait, those are literally all the shades they released. There's literally like 85% fair, light, medium shades, and then like 10-15% deep shades. To me, it's like, it's 2018. We gotta step it up as a makeup community and really make these brands accountable. Because the thing is, Tarte is not the first brand to do this. So Tarte did release a little statement saying that they kind of rushed the process and they ended up releasing whatever shades they had, and some of the deeper shades got left out. So, you know, who knows if that's true or if that's just kind of an excuse they made up. We don't know, right? All we can hope for is that they do better, and it looks like they have released some more shades and that there will be more to come. But regardless, a lot of you guys still wanted me to try the formula because this is such an epic like launch, you know, like we were so excited for it. But I have the shades Tan Honey here and the shades Medium Tan, so I guess we're gonna see how those two work for me. Those are the matte one. Now they also released the hydrating one, which the hydrating one is in the shade Tan Sand, which I feel like would match me more because I think it's more warm, whereas I think this is more neutral. But I might have to just pull off the neutral because I think you guys really want to see me try out the matte. So I really like how it has a doe foot applicator, just like the concealer. Like, I really like that about it. But I am just gonna go ahead. Ooh, that's going to be a bit too dark. But I am gonna mix in a little bit of medium Tan Honey. So let's see how this blends out. I feel like this shade is going to be a little bit too orangey. But I always have that problem with the Tarte foundation shades. Like, I always find them a bit too orangey. They never have like that nice olive golden undertone. You know what, you guys? This actually feels like as if it were the Shape Tape concealer, like in a foundation. And this feels like that. Like, it actually blended out really nicely, even though it's still matte. God, I really hope they get the shade situation situated. I think I'm really liking the formula of this, but I don't even think there's a shade in this range that would match me nicely. I was honestly really shocked to find out that Tarte, like such a big brand, like just a brand that is so big, works with so many influencers, would honestly really not include deeper shades in their initial release. To be honest, I'm more disappointed and just shocked in Tarte as a brand that they would even think that that's remotely like okay. Even if the deeper shades weren't ready yet, like the fact that they thought it was okay to like release them afterwards, I'm really disappointed in them as a brand. Like, I wasn't expecting this from them. I really actually like Tarte as a brand, so I think I'm more disappointed than anything. You know, when you don't expect something from someone and then they just do some and you're just like, oh, okay, I see your true colors. Literally. I actually really like how this foundation is blending out, you guys. It blends out nicely. It's nice and matte, but it doesn't feel or look cakey. To be honest with you guys, I really feel like this is the Tarte Shape Tape concealer in a foundation. So I'm excited to try out the hydrating one. Let me know if you guys want to see this in the next full face of first impression, and I will do that. I'm not noticing it settling into any lines, even the crease of my eyes. Sometimes foundation will kind of settle in those areas, and it's not doing that at all. No smile lines, nothing. It's actually looking super smooth, flawless. So I don't have a new concealer to try, so I'm just going to take some of the Tarte Shape Tape in light medium. So I'm going to go into some cream bronzing real quick because I have some powder bronzers and the Too Faced Unicorn collection to test out for you guys, so I will be right back. So before we get into the Too Faced collection, I want to go ahead and test out this L'Oreal bronzer. I actually just received this in the mail. This is the Pro Glow Longwear bronzer in the shade 28 Cocoa. So I thought this looked really cool because it has a bronzer up here and a highlighter over here. I don't know if you're supposed to use them separately or if you're supposed to mix them, but I kind of feel like this, I don't know, it's just like a sheer topper. So I feel like you're supposed to mix them and just get like a luminous bronze. Yeah, demi glow finish. So it seems like you're supposed to mix them, or you could use them separately, whatever. Oh, it does. Really pretty. It's not ultra pigmented, which is nice. Sometimes you don't need like a super pigmented bronzer. I'm also going to apply some all over the chest. Okay, so I actually got the rainbow highlighter from Too Faced, which I'm really excited for because it has this really pretty bronzy, goldy strip right there. But I also have the new Amrezy highlighter, which I know you guys are dying for me to try. So we're going to try this out today on the face, but maybe I can test this out still. Maybe on the eyes, we'll see. Because I don't know, it smells good and the packaging is so pretty. But this though, the Amrezy Anastasia highlight, like hello. Whoo, you guys. Are you not living for this though? Okay, so the formula is a little bit like the Makeup Forever Profusion highlights, where you kind of have to scrape at it a little bit just to get it, but not quite. Like, you don't have to scrape fully, but it's definitely not powdery. It's like pressed. Whew. Oh, it's definitely pigmented. Like, I feel like I put too much on. Wow. Super pigmented. They definitely made this formula like that wet look on its own without even having to wet it. So I also got this really cool Too Faced Unicorn Tears bronzer in. I think they call this a bronzer, what is it? Yeah, Iridescent Mystical Bronzer. But what I'm going to do is use this as a blush because when you swatch it, I just feel like it's just too shiny as a bronzer. So I'm going to use it as like a little bit of a blusher. And just pop that right in the middle. Oh, that's actually nice. It does give you like a little bit of that extra bronze. So for brows, I actually have this new Kiss Top Brow Pencil in the shade Deep Dark Brown. So it's actually gliding on really nicely. Like the way it applies on the skin, it just kind of smooths on, which is really nice. So for the eyes, we have this really fun unicorn palette by Too Faced. This is the actual name of it is Life's a Festival. So it actually looks really pretty. I'm really interested in these type of green shades. I guess we'll see what we'll go for today. But Makeup Forever also sent me some of their new single shadows and they got me to pick out my shades. So I decided to go for this, and this is the little palette that I created. I will leave the shade names down below for you guys. I am really curious to see the formula of these because these Makeup Forever shadows, the ones before, were really, really good. So, I mean, I don't know how they could make them any better, so I'm curious to see. Oh, that's really pigmented, even for a transition shade. You know, sometimes you put those, like, light peachy transition shades in the crease and they're just so, like, see-through. Nope, this is, like, really pigmented. And they're not ultra powdery. Like, there's not an intense amount of kickback on the actual pan. I'm curious to see the formula of these shadows because I know sometimes when Too Faced releases like collections, sometimes they lack on the quality of the eyeshadow palettes. So I guess we'll see. I'm going to use this shade Desert Vibes, and I am just going to apply that on the outer corner, really pack it on. So it doesn't seem extremely pigmented. Like, I have dipped in 3 times and I've picked up quite a bit of product, and I'm just getting like this nice medium wash. Yeah, definitely not pigmented. So since that shade wasn't working well for me, I'm going to take this shade from the Makeup Forever palette, pack that on. Oh yeah, more pigmented for sure, and I didn't pick up nearly as much. So now I want to pick up this really beautiful matte green shade. Woo, That seems pigmented. And I just want to carry this into the crease a little bit. Maybe I'll carry it on this very outer edge. So with these two shades mixed together, I'm just gonna go right underneath this lower lash. And I also wanna make sure that that lower lash connects to the upper. Then with a more detailed brush, I'm gonna take that green and really press it in. So then I am going to pick up some of this shade, Fireflies. Wow, that is poppin'. It's like a lime green. I'm just gonna use a brush to spread that product around. I wanna see what a little bit of this looks like. This is called Fire in the Sun. Wow, that is beautiful. So I was kind of wanting something more olivey, so I was thinking of trying out this. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo Eye Chrome, and this is in the shade Khaki Cool. So I think I'm actually going to apply it directly to a brush and see how that applies it. I am going to go over what I already have, but then I'm going to reapply the Too Faced shadow. Wow. So taking that Too Faced Fire in the Sun again, I'm just going to apply that on the inner portion, and it's going to create a beautiful ombre effect. This is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter thingy in the shade Midnight Cowboy, which is a really nice like champagne, but it can pull kind of pewter, kind of olivey almost. So I am just gonna sprinkle that right all over. But I just want to like sprinkle it. I don't want it to be like super full coverage or anything. So because I just really want to test this out, this is the Too Faced Rainbow Strobe Rainbow Effect Highlighter, and it's literally a rainbow. So pretty. I think I'm going to take this beautiful shade right here and just pop that in the inner corner and also kind of make it ombre and fade in. Wow, these are super sparkly and glittery. So pretty. Oh my god, you guys. This is beautiful. Now, I would buy this not to like use it as literally a rainbow highlighter, but these are beautiful as eyeshadows. Like, they're so sparkly. They almost work as like a little bit of a topper, but they're, oh my god, they're so beautiful. Like, I don't know if you can really, I'm gonna bring it down even more. So there is a new Benefit mascara that they just launched. This is the Bad Gal Bang. The packaging is so super cool, and me and my sister were like foaming at the wand. Like, it looks so nice. So let's go ahead and test this out. Oh wow. Okay, Benefit. Whoo, okay. You get such great volume and length with this, but it really separates the lashes. Like, it's not overly spidery and clumpy. So I am gonna pop on some falsies off camera, but before we do that, I wanna finish the lips, and I also have this really cool Too Faced Festival Refresh Mystical Effects Setting and Refreshing Spray. So this just looks really cool. Let's shake this up a little bit. Let's test this out. Oh, it smells really good. So Dose of Colors came out with all these new glosses, and you guys, I was literally like drooling because all the colors are so beautiful. Of course, I'm obsessed with the nudes. I don't even know what I'm gonna try today. Okay, whoa, I just realized that that Too Faced spray just left so many specks and dots all over my face. It kind of like ruined my makeup. And it feels kind of heavy on the skin, that Too Faced spray. So I'm gonna take the NYX Natural Lip Liner and just line my lips first before I put the gloss on. So first, I think I'm going to try out the shade Honey I'm Home, which is a really nice pale nude. And if it's too pale, I'll mix it in with another one. Oh no, that is not too pale for me. Honey I'm Home. That is beautiful. Okay, so it is a tad bit too pale. I am going to mix it in with the shade On Repeat. The formula is really nice, you guys. Like, super smooth. Wow, glides on really nicely, super smooth. Not sticky or tacky. So that is it, you guys. That completes the full face of first impressions. I am absolutely obsessed with this gloss combo, you guys. The color looks amazing, but the formula is so bomb too, so I highly recommend it for you guys. Also, I know I'm probably going to get some questions on my sweater. It's super comfy. I really love it. So I will leave a link down below if I can still find it, because I know Forever 21 sells it really quickly. That is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me test out all these new goodies, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.